just use this to ask me all the questions. I want to answer as many questions as soon as possible, as many of them as possible. And I am here at your service because this is all for you. All right, I'm building my businesses. Who's going to help you build yours? Rito! Alright, so with that said, let's kick off the Ask Rito session here. I want to show you some interesting stats. I'll give the live audience to actually note down their questions before we actually start answering them. So, till that happens, I'll give them a few minutes. I'll be showing you some interesting things. The first thing I want to tell you guys about is that, by the way, if you've missed any session so far, there's a really interesting thing you can do. Just go to the Flying Start Online channel, head over to the videos tab that you can see right here. All the previous sessions are all available right here, straight up from Bizathon number 3 is where I would recommend if you are building out your Shopify store. If you're building out a membership site, then we have this entire membership site challenge as well. We also have the email business challenge, which did superbly well too. So we have all these amazing challenges right here, all the content available for free inside the Flying Start Online channel. As I told you, it's all about you. All right, so start off from day number 1 if you have not done this already. This is Bizathon number 4. In Bizathon 4, we've had some pretty awesome sessions. We've had the first sale series. We've also had the shout marketing series. We also had Cyber Monday and Black Friday videos. And we had a neat, interesting, like a creative project on a life of a dropshipper. And this is the episode 11s. And here we are doing the Ask Ritos. All right, so if you go to flyingstartonline.com, by the way, if you're not too fond of watching videos and you want a text-based summary and you want all the notes handy, then you can just head over to flyingstartonline.com. Go to the Academy tab and then you should be able to see all the previous episodes, including all the notes that are awesome. David Aston has taken and he basically goes through all the videos, figures out stuff, and then he just notes them down for you. Alright, so as you can see, this one was episode number 9 where we covered all the apps. So he's actually giving you a neat description of all the apps that I am currently using on my store and that you can start using as well. So all the previous episode notes and summaries are all available on flyingstartonline.com. All right, so with that said, here's the thing that you're all waiting for. I know for a fact you all are waiting to look at the stats. So let me just show you the stats right here. I've pulled them up for you. So this is the last 14 days that I want to show you. This is from November 21st to December 4th. Just yesterday, I started scaling up a bit. I started like spending more on ads. So our profitability hurt on like December 4th, which was yesterday, but it's still fine because on most days we have been profitable. All right, so this has been a profitable month for us. So let me just show you the actual numbers right here. 189 total orders. A lot of them are multiple units. 5332.75 in sales. If I just quickly load up the calculator right here, so let's do 5332.75, divide that by 189. So our average order value is 28.21. All right, pretty neat. Ideally you want to be above 30, but that's pretty good too. All right, as long as you're making profit, everything goes. All right, so next up I want to show you the ads manager as well. So I'm on the account overview tab right here. I've loaded up the last 14 days stats right here. As I told you, I scaled up ads yesterday. It was not as profitable as I'd hoped, but I was testing out multiple strategies. So I'll have a proper like scaling strategy built out after losing some money. So we're going to go into losses for like a week or so, but then we're going to pick up back again when I've like figured out what is the proper scaling strategy, like for a huge ad spend, what we can do. But let's give it some time. Now, the next thing again, as you can see right here, we have had a total spend of about $3,000. So we are in a profit. Now, if you remember the Bizathon 3 stats where we had just started off the store, we were not profitable. Of course, that the factors that made us not profitable, like being such a public challenge, all of you are copying the products, but that's fine. But still, we have been able to like rake in profit this month. So it's pretty neat. I have not been able to add as many products as I would have wanted to. I've just been busy with helping other clients. I've also been busy with my other niche store that I'm working on. So I actually have another niche drop shipping store. Now, of course, I won't be revealing the name of that, and the stats do not include that store that I just showed you. Those are independent in a different ad account. So I'll be showing those stats maybe in the future someday. Let's hope for the best. It's still new. So I've been playing around with a lot of different things, but the only thing that has suffered is that I haven't been able to test as many products as I wanted to. Now, like I wanted to add like 3 products a day. Like ideally, that's what you want to be doing. You want to like pump out 3 products a day, launch ads for those 3 products every single day, so that you're basically able to add like 21 products a week. All right, and then you'll be able to find winners much more quickly and be able to scale your store much faster if you have that kind of a deal. Even if you're able to add 1 product a day, guys, even that's awesome. But my deal has been about 3 products a week. 2 to 3 products a week is what I've been able to add for the last few weeks, and ideally I want to be at least like 6-7, like at least this much, right? So but still, like we have been scaling. Like last 14 days is over 5,300, so probably a month over $10,000. So last month was 7,700 in Bizathon 3. This month is over 10,000. So we are scaling gradually. But let me just get some client work off my plate. I'll just get some of the other things I'm involved in. A lot of operations and management of my company and my other softwares that I sell as well. So I'll be getting some things off my plate in the near future so that I'll be able to focus more on testing more products and finding out new winning strategies for Common Panda as well. All right, so this is the thing. So let me just look at some of the questions now, guys, as I browse through them. I hope you enjoyed the stats that I just showed you. Again, in lieu of a transparency, we are going to look at all the questions here. All right, so guys, give me some time here. All right, so we have Omar who asks, how many influencers should I post my ads with? Well, you start off with the first one and then you see if it's profitable or not. Then you go on to the next one. Take it one at a time, because your goal is to find just a few of them, a handful of them, who just generate sales for you. Like if let's say you have a niche product, all right, and you find an influencer in that niche who is able to generate sales for you profitably. Why wouldn't you buy from them like as many times as you can, right? So you can test out new products with them. You can test out the existing product. You can do multiple shout buys with them. So you can do all of that. So there is no like limit. The limit is as much as you want to scale. We have had people who use like dozens of influencers and who have 6-figure stores who just use shout marketing for that. So it just depends, right? You start off with the first one and then you scale as you grow. The next thing is Ahmed says, Ritu, I have 2 burning questions. So Ahmed, I need to see your questions if they are burning inside you. All right, so we have Mohammed says, I started my store on Black Friday and started my campaigns with a purchase and saw CPM over 40 and CPC over 3, and I started at a $10 budget. Well, on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that entire weekend, everybody's CPMs were really high. So you had a CPM of over 40 and CPC of over $3. That's pretty common. Even many of my ads did that. So CPM basically tells you how competitive that niche is. So if there are a lot of advertisers in that niche, your CPM is going to go high. Now the cost per click will of course depend on several other factors, like how engaging your ad is, what is the product to market fit. If you're targeting the right people, showing them the right ad, then they will click on it. So we've had CPMs over 30 and 40 on many of my ad sets, but cost per clicks of less than $1. All right, so the CPMs and cost per clicks are not as related as people think them out to be. So I would not worry that much about CPMs. I have not really seen that make any sort of influence over my decisions on scaling or turning off ads. So I don't look at CPMs, I just look at cost per clicks. All right. So next thing is we got Carlos says, best psychological tips and tricks for marketing and ad descriptions. So let me just show you here. Let me just pull up my Common Panda page so that I can show you some of the ads. Just to give you guys an idea of how the psychology works. And all right, so I'm just going to the scheduling center right here so that I can show you here what kind of things you need to focus on. All right, so sharing my screen. All right, so like this shark bed thingy. All right, let me do the mobile preview here. Your pet will love this. So first thing, you need to have emojis, and you can actually, you don't need many emojis, but just a few of them will do. Like the final line is always going to be a call to action for tagging or sharing the post. All right, generally I like to use the love symbol in the final line. We also have the call to action, which is the main link, that is pretty much always like, it's going to be a variation of get yours here. So it's going to be get it here, get yours here, get it now, something like that. And then you have either the pointing hands or you have like right arrows, like just the, what do you call it? The greater sign, greater than sign on your keyboard, that, and then your link. Generally I use a either I use bit.ly or I use goo.gl for my links. Or you can also have the right arrow emoji that comes up for this call to action. On some posts, I try putting in two links, like get yours here, this, and then the next line is also same get yours here with the same link. Nothing changed, just links twice. And then we also have a 50% off plus free shipping today. You could have a variation of this. You could have get 50% off plus free shipping, 50% off plus free shipping today, 50% off today plus free shipping, or just 50% off. All right. And then you have the main headline, which is basically something that intrigues the person. So something like your pet will love this shark bed. And then we have these emojis. Let me show you some other ones. So this is the one that did a lot of, let me show you the actual one that did a lot of, or so this one, you see 1,300 likes, 177 comments, 513 shares, 70,000 views. So this one is something like, let me show you the complete ad. Isn't this the cutest money box you've seen? So you can start off with a question like this, and then a line that describes the product in a creative way. Like this little panda creeps up and stores your coins for you. You don't have to have you don't need to be like a superb copywriter to write these. These are really simple kind of descriptions. Then again, as I told you, get 50% off plus free shipping today, get yours here, and then the right emoji. And then you have the link here, then tag someone who would love this. So something like this is what I use pretty much always. And then once you find, you of course have to test out different things. Once you find something that works for you, just copy that same kind of a strategy on your other ads. So let me show you the dog box, if I can show you. So something like this, right? So you see 2,300 likes, 367 comments, 1,100 shares, and 103,000 views. Again, this follows that same template that I just showed you. Isn't this the cutest money box you've seen? This cute doggo eats up your coins and stores them for you. Get 60% off plus free shipping today. Get yours here. Tag someone who would love this. Pretty much the same thing we use for the panda box. I use the same thing for the dog box as well. So you can keep using similar kind of ad copy and just make it work. All right. Because the targeting is different. They don't see that same ad copy. So it doesn't really matter anyways. Even if the targeting was same, if I find something that works for me, I'm going to keep using that. All right. So this is going to be your, for your ad copy. And then of course you have your ads themselves. And the more unique your product is, the more unique kind of a video or an image you're able to create or source for your product. It's going to make, think of it like this. All right. So most people who are going to buy your products are going to be browsing on their phones. All right. What kind of ads or products have you stopped on while browsing your phone? Now, of course, that depends on what your interests are. So if your interests are into dogs, all right, so you probably have seen a lot of dog related products. So what kind of those dog products made you stop? All right. I can bet you those were unique kind of videos or images that made you go this is interesting. All right. So That is the kind of response you're looking for. All right, if you can find a creative, and it's really easy to find those creatives. I've already showed you multiple ways of doing that in Bizathon 3 and in Bizathon 4 as well, where you can actually go to YouTube, you can do your Facebook. We just got a sale from one of our niche stores. All right, so you go to YouTube, you go to Facebook, and do that search query 50% off free shipping thing on Facebook. So there are a lot of these strategies that I've covered on how to find products. So when you do find products, you can just use the videos that is being used by other Shopify sellers, just tweak it up a bit inside your ScreenFlow or inside iMovie or inside Windows Movie Maker, whatever you have to edit your videos. I use a ScreenFlow, and it's just a tool that has become imperative for me. Like without ScreenFlow, I wouldn't be able to run my business. So that is what I recommend for you as well. All right, so next up, hey Tim, how you doing, man? We got Tim asks, are you sourcing from China? The store is Hidden Panda. Not really. It's another niche store. Are you coming to I'm sourcing from China. Yes, all of my products are sourced from China. Like the drop shipping ones. I'll be going over the hybrid store concept in a future video. So keep a watch out for that. There, I'm actually doing some interesting things. All right. So we got. He says, Rito, are you coming to the US? I was in the US this year, early this year, but I was there for 4 months, but then I came back here. The next visit will be sometime either in 2018 or 2019. So when I do come there, you guys will probably know about it. I'll be announcing that on my channel. Next up, we have Paul says, I have the gnawing feeling that there's always one more thing that I need to learn or know before I go ahead. Now, yes. Even I, to this date, there are just every single day, when I go through a new course, or when I keep browsing a Facebook group about Shopify or some other marketing group, some copywriting group, there are just so many things I get to learn every single day. Like little things that just make an impact. Even a little impact will do. If you're involved in your entrepreneurship and in your career, if you're just doing Shopify, right? If you're involved in your business, then you automatically end up reading blog posts. You end up watching videos just like these. You end up going to Facebook groups or Reddit discussions, and you end up seeing some interesting discussions happen around topics, and you find some golden nuggets right there. You end up buying courses, and then you end up learning from them as well. So there's always new things to learn. I've been doing this for over 10 years now. Even now, I learn new things. So the learning never stops, but the execution, don't hold back on your execution. All right. You have plenty of knowledge if you have watched Bizathon 3 and Bizathon 4. You can literally start your store and start scaling it just with what I've covered in Bizathon 3 and 4. So don't let that curiosity hold you back. Your knowledge will keep on increasing. Your ads will keep on getting better. Your results will keep on getting better. You will become a better business person and a better entrepreneur as time goes by. But only if you start taking action today. All right. Don't look too forward into the future. Focus on today. Next up, we have. Do you use a Shopify Booster theme or do you use others? I don't use any other theme so far, but I am working on my own theme. I'm actually designing my own theme, which is going to be my goal for creating that theme is, of course, to have some of those conversion widgets that I know work on my store. Plus, I'm going to be optimizing it for speed. So the theme that I release is going to be super blazing fast, probably the fastest conversion theme out there. All right. So I'm going to call it the dropship theme because it's going to be built for those who are doing drop shipping. So keep a watch out for that. It's something I'm excited about releasing soon. Next up, we have Mohammed says, for a general store, if you're testing a lot of products, won't data be mixed up in the pixel? I do notice that happening, but it does not make as big of an impact as I thought it would have. Now, ideally, what you want to do is you want to start off with a general store. Once you find like a product that is working for you, you're able to hone down on a niche of that product, that same product that's working well for you. You just create a niche store on that product. All right. And you add supplementary like 5 or 7 products around that winning product. And then you have your niche store ready. So then you have a new Facebook ad account and a new Facebook pixel, and the data for that niche is all there in that pixel. So of course, like in my niche store that I've opened up, I do see like much lower cost per clicks than I did see on, not much lower, but like significantly lower cost per clicks, but conversion rates have been like up and down so far. So it's still optimizing the pixel. So I've not noticed that big of a difference, but the goal with your general store is to have the flexibility of selling anything you want. So never shut down your general store. Even if you open up your niche store, if you want to test out new products and you want to test out new marketing strategies, you want to test out new ideas, the general store is the perfect way to do that. If you have a niche store about, let's say, dogs, and you find out like a really awesome cat product, you can't add that to your dog store, right? So don't hold yourself back with just a niche store. Also have that general store in place so that you can find out more products, more winning products that you can run with. All right, next up we have Tim asks, did you get all the traffic and sales from FB ads? Yes, I did. Like we did one short Instagram influencer thingy, but that was like just a couple hundred in sales, I believe, even lesser. So we have Mohammed says, when creating video ads, text on video is okay. Doesn't Facebook penalize for that? No, it doesn't if you have a custom thumbnail. So text on video is fine, but the thumbnail of that video has to have that less than 20% text. Let me just show you guys here. So you see this one here, the video is different. The video actually has a top bar and a bottom bar with the text, but the thumbnail is just the product image and a line that says, woof, come get me. All right. So this is something that you want to use, and you can upload custom thumbnails while you are uploading the video. Next up, we have Nismonic TV, who says, Rito, is it a good idea to always add engaged shoppers on all our ad targeting? All right, so this is a really interesting question. So a lot of people have been using engaged shoppers because that's been recommended on a lot of courses. I have personally recommended it, and I've also seen it being recommended on like sites like Pexda and Ecom Hunt. Now, I'll tell you one thing. It's not always a good idea to do that. You remember the $5 strategy I told you when you're testing out a new product? So what I do is I create 4 ad sets. All right. For testing out a new product, I create 4 ad sets, each with a $5 budget. So then what I do is, on a couple of them, I will have engaged shoppers, but on a couple of them, I'll have different targeting without engaged shoppers. So what I'm looking for is that if it's a broad niche, all right. So if you're doing, let's say, dogs, all right, I put in the targeting, I love dogs. The targeting itself has like 2 or 3 million people inside it. So I enter that. So you don't want that big of an audience size. So in order to reduce the audience size, then I use either gift shoppers or online shoppers or top card spenders or engaged shoppers. All right. So I use that as long as I can keep the audience size between like 150,000 to about 1 million. I'm happy. Even 750,000 is a really good number to target. So as long as I keep the audience size between that limit, I can use engaged shoppers and all these things. But generally, I'll tell you, some of my ad sets without engaged shoppers have outperformed those with engaged shoppers. So it's really a testing thing right there. All right. Definitely test it out. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is Omar asks, what happens if I dropship a product from an AliExpress store, but when the client receives it, it has the store's name in the product? All right, that's fine. Doesn't make a difference. A lot of the products that my customers have received have had that invoice, even though I told the AliExpress vendor not to include the invoice. It doesn't matter. They ordered the product, they're receiving it, that's fine. Now, Alone Hands, I like the logo on that. Rito, can you do Amazon FBA in US next? I want to learn that. I have been thinking about it. I'm not sure if I'll be doing that in the next Bizathon or not because it does require a lot of prep. But it is something that's been on my mind and I want to get into this. If you guys probably don't know about this, but I actually partnered up with Anik a few years ago. We launched a few products on Amazon FBA. We did 6-figure in sales just with those few products. So I do know how the system works, but like to be able to do it alone, like I this time if I do Amazon FBA ads, like Amazon FBA, I'll be doing it on my own. That's of course an extension of your dropshipping business. That's going to be the next phase of growth. So that is something I might try in the near future. So keep a watch. You have to remain subscribed to the Flying Start Online channel if you want to see all that amazing stuff coming up. So we've got Ahmed says, what is ScreenFlow? Just search for it, Ahmed, on Google. You'll find it out. We have how much does Shopify cost per month? It starts with a 14-day free trial. Then you have like 27 bucks a month, something like that. But if you do start a Shopify store, the link is right below this video. All right, so the next up we have Tim asks, is Facebook ads the best way to get biz? Of course, like Facebook ads and Instagram influencers. It just depends on how fast you want to scale, how much flexibility you want, how much budget you have. So if you're on a lower budget, if you don't want to risk too much, then Instagram influencers and the shout marketing concepts that I've covered in the previous 3 videos, you can watch those videos. And if you want to go with Facebook ads, I've already laid them out in a lot of different scenarios here. Mohammed Imran says, what's your CPA hovering around? So it depends on product to product. Some of my products have a $20 CPA. Some of my products have an $8 CPA. All right. So it depends on product to product and the price and the like demand for that product. But the more I'm testing and finding out new products, my CPA is decreasing because I'm able to find out winners quickly. So my next phase of growth is going to be where I actually end up like testing 7 to 8 products a week so that I can, launch a bunch of ads and find out the winners really, really quickly. So then I'll be able to give you like awesome numbers on, but this never look at CPA. CPA is like a convoluted number. What you're looking at is return on ad spend. All right. Because return on ad spend is what matters. You might have like a $2 CPA, but if your product costs let's say $5 to ship and $7 to the customer. So even then you are at a loss, right? So you want to look at return on ad spend. That's what you're looking for. Next up, Tim says, where can I watch Instagram? How to learn it? Go watch my previous videos on shout marketing. So there are 3 videos I've done on shout marketing. Start with the first, second, third part. So watch all these 3 videos. You'll have a pretty good idea on that. So next up we have Eduardo who says, please talk about how to set up US dollars for someone living outside USA. I didn't get your question. How do you want to set up US dollars? Do you want to set up a store, a US dollar store? If you're living outside the US, you can easily set up a US dollar store. Like just inside your Shopify settings, your primary currency will be US dollars. That's it. And if you're using PayPal, PayPal will charge the customer's cards with US dollars, and you'll make US dollars. Like dollars come raining. Dollars. So we have Sammy says, how to find Instagram influencers. Sammy, you haven't watched my previous video on shout marketing where I go over how to find influencers. The video is literally titled Finding Influencers. Go find that on the Flying Start Online channel. It's like 3-4 videos before this very session right here. You'll be able to find that out. All right, so awesome, guys. Come on, give me some questions. We have a couple more minutes to answer those questions. So Mohammed says, are you going to stop ads for Christmas? No. I am going to scale my store for Christmas. I'm actually going to. So here's the thing. I told you guys in the Cyber Monday video, again, a few videos before this one, that you have to mention a note on your store that, please note. And let me show you guys what I've done here. I've just included it inside the theme. So if you go to any product inside Common Panda, All right. So if you go to any product here, at the bottom here, please note due to high demand, we do not guarantee delivery before Christmas. Just this note, this is going to safeguard us. On top of that, we also have a shipping policy which states that it takes like 3 to 5 weeks for your order to arrive in the USA. So we have mentioned our like shipping times on the product page and on the shipping page, just to let people know that they are not going to get their products for Christmas. But that doesn't mean we stop our ads. People can buy products. They might want it for New Year's. They might want it for the week after New Year's. Some of these products might not even want for Christmas. So don't stop your ads. Let them run, and then just make sure you have this note mentioned inside your theme or inside your product description pages. So you can actually just mention this inside your product description as well inside while you're editing your product. That should be good enough. All right. Next up, we have Tim says, Rito, do you ever share screen so that I can get going? I will pay you, of course. I do share a screen and I do take on clients. You can actually talk to me. Tim, you can just go to livecoachingcall.com and then you can book a call with me. We can get started with that. Next up, we have Ahmed who says, theme. I am struggling with theme. You said you don't use Shopify Booster. Ahmed, I do use Shopify Booster. I just told you I use Shopify. This is Shopify Booster right here. This is the only theme I use. So I haven't used any other theme apart from Shopify Booster. I actually installed Shoptimize theme also to test it out. That didn't really work out or pan out so well. But this right here is the Shopify Booster theme. That is what I use. All right. So Mohammed asks an interesting question about tax. So he says, Rito, how do you deal with tax in India? Can you, this is going to be the last question, by the way. I have to make an announcement before I run off. So then he says, how are you dealing with tax in India? Can you talk a little bit about it? I believe export of services are exempted. Yes, your sales are exempted from export duty, but you still have to pay income tax. Like all your earnings are going to come, let's say you're using PayPal. So PayPal is going to transact in US dollars, but the money is going to come inside in Indian rupees inside your bank account. So you have to pay a tax on the profit that you do. So in order to get like proper legal advice on this, I would actually recommend you to get a lawyer, but it's not really that complicated. The tax issues, not really that complicated with Shopify stores because you are selling in USD and that's it. So it's pretty straightforward. All right, so guys, now I am going to talk about something really interesting. I have a big announcement, something that I've been holding back on for about a few weeks, but I think it is time I announce this. I'm actually working on a sort of consultancy, or I don't want to give it that sort of a word. It just seems like way too professional. I'm working on a sort of service for you guys. All right. So I've been talking to dozens of clients in the past few weeks. I've built out a lot of Shopify stores for a lot of people, and I've just gotten my hands down and dirty with different niches. So I actually believe that like all of my videos are of course a great help, and for a lot of people this has been the stepping stone for building a Shopify store. But if you want my personal help, like getting on a one-on-one call where we discuss these things and then actually getting my team to build your store, like doing the store skeleton build up, designing your logo, choosing your domain name, setting up a theme, a premium theme for your store, like setting up the pages that are required, the shipping, about us, contact us, all these other pages, and also setting up all the navigation and everything so that all you're left with is just to add products and run ads. So I do believe that this is going to, if this has been holding you back, right? So I just want to give you that push. So this is a kind of service that I'm about to launch, and along with this service will also come my personal product vault. So I'm always consistently doing product research and finding out new product winners. So that is going to be my personal vault where I add all the products, the descriptions and everything to go along with that product, the AliExpress link. And also I'll be trying to give out the ad targeting as well. So all of that is going to be inside my vault. I'm going to call this Rito's vault or something. So even that is going to be part of that service, so that you're not left after your store skeleton is built. So it's a really like awesome kind of a service slash product that I'm working on. So I'll be releasing that in the next live session. Of course, I'll be taking on questions. I'll be sharing some more awesome things with you, but I'll also be releasing that. I am like it's the entire thing is still coming out. I'm actually about to record a webinar for that this weekend as well. So this is something I believe can help a lot of you guys who just want that little push, who want that personal help in little things like choosing your store name, like getting a logo design, getting the actual like theme setup, just these little things of store settings, right? A lot of people don't know how to get these things done. So that is why me and my team will be able to help you much better. And this is something I've planned out. If you're excited for that, just type in excited in the comments below and let me know that you're excited for that. I sure am. I'll be recording a webinar for that really soon, and I'll be releasing that to you guys really soon. Next up, we have... So this concludes our Ask Rito episode number 11 session. I have answered a lot of questions on this session. I do hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, do hit that like button right below this video. Pow! Give me that thumbs up, folks. And also, if you're not subscribed to the Flying Start Online channel, the subscription link is right here. All right, just click on that. Make sure you click on the bell icon so that you receive notifications when I go live next. It has been awesome talking to you guys and answering all these questions. I am really looking forward to the next video, because big things are coming. We are going to be discussing hybrid stores. We're going to be taking this up a notch. We are scaling our Shopify store, and it is December. It's the month of joy and festivity. Christmas is coming. I am excited. All good things happening. So hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. This is Rito signing off. I'll be seeing you in the next video, episode number 12.